What is going on, guys? Johnny on the track back here with another video, recording this about 20 minutes after the conclusion of the Atlanta race. And a huge story was Chase Elliott winning this on a last lap block on Corey LaJoie. Corey LaJoie looking for his first win. The block is a big story, obviously, especially with a driver on an underfunded team looking to get his first career win, and then a massive icon in the sport right now, Chase Elliott. So that's a big story, but it seems to be that the story after the race was in regards to Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain in this race had run-ins. Let's go through. He took out Austin Dillon early in the race. He got into it with Eric Almirola, and Almirola's team was not happy with the way Ross Chastain was racing. He spins Truex about halfway into this race, and then at the end of the race, he spun Denny Hamlin, who he's already had a major altercation with earlier this year in St. Louis. Now you got to go back to earlier this year. He's already had a run-in with Truex, with Denny, like I mentioned, Chase Elliott, AJ Allmendinger, Alex Bowman. These are huge, huge names in the sport, and Ross Chastain continues to find his name buckled with the big names for all the wrong reasons. And look, people, the way I look at this is Ross Chastain is too good and too talented of a young race car driver to be getting into it with guys like this. I am all for aggressive racing. That's what the sport was built on. Dale Earnhardt was an aggressive racer. If you look up videos of Petty and Pearson, they were aggressive racers. Jeff Gordon, aggressive race car driver. These are some of the greatest, really the greatest of all time, what I just named, all aggressive. But, they knew when to race aggressively. And that's the thing that Ross Chastain just hasn't seemed to, I guess, cope with yet. He needs to understand that the things he does on track will have consequences. And look, he's right now, I think, the front runner for this championship. I would put him and Chase Elliott as the 1 and 2. Chase Elliott is leading the point standings, but I think Ross Chastain leads in top fives. So Ross Chastain has had an amazing season, and I can't take away anything he's done this season. But at the same time, people are not going to forget the things that he's done on the track. I just mentioned Truex, huge name in the sport. Denny Hamlin, huge name in the sport. Austin Dillon, a pretty big name in the sport. Alex Bowman, a rising star in the sport. These are guys that are going to be competing for the championship. Take Austin Dillon out of it. But again, Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex Jr., Chase Elliott, these are guys that Ross Chastain has had major, major run-ins with. And these are veteran drivers that have seen it all. And if they are voicing strong, strong opinions on Ross Chastain, that is not going to help Ross Chastain this year and into the future. And, there's two ways you can go from here. You can kind of embrace that villain, that aggressive driver mentality, which I think can only get Ross so far in this sport. Or you can kind of take a step back and realize where you are in the sport. You're a guy that has fought and clawed his way to get to be where he is now. And I think you have to respect your journey and everything that you have done to get to this point. And for me, that's now racing with a little more respect out there, because I don't think he had to wreck Denny Hamlin there. But I think that's just the way he is. I think right now he's kind of in his own head. And I think that's hurting him, quite frankly. And with Trackhouse being where it is right now, with their cars being so good, he's got to really take a long look in the mirror right now and say to himself, I don't like where this is headed, because again, he has a real shot, a legitimate shot to win the title this year, to be a NASCAR Cup Series champion this year. But the things you do on the track, they're going to come back to haunt you. It came back to haunt Joey Logano, and that probably, Kevin Harvick quotes, that cost Joey a championship. And, it could be heading that way for Ross Chastain. I'll say it one more time. Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, and Chase Elliott are all guys that are upset with you. So that does not bode well for you if you're Ross Chastain. Um, I'm rooting for Ross because, like I said, I like the way that he's come up in this sport. He's bounced around from team to team. He's been on the worst of teams, and now he's, up to the best of teams in the Cup Series. And that takes hard work. That takes determination. That takes betting on yourself, not giving up on yourself. But like I said, there's two ways you can go now. And for Ross Chastain, it needs to be that balance. Jeff Burton on the broadcast had some strong words for Ross Chastain, a lot like, kind of what I was saying is like you can take there's two paths here, and you gotta take the one that you think is best for you. And my hope is the one where you rein it in a little bit more. You have a little bit more respect out there on the track, and we will see. Only time will tell. I want to hear what you guys think. If you totally disagree with me on what you think of Ross Chastain, please let me know in the comments. I want to hear all sides to this thing. And I don't think the story stops here. I think it'll unfold over the course of the season. We've got some short tracks coming up on the schedule where, payback could be coming from Denny Hamlin. So we will see about that. But like I said, I want to get your guys' thoughts on what you are thinking with this whole Ross Chastain debacle. Please give us a like and subscribe for more of my content. Thanks for watching.